Good afternoon. It's basketball time once again here on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com as we bring you Columbus Dons boys basketball this afternoon from Osseo-Fairchild High School. Tom Uthmeyer is producing our broadcast here today, and alongside Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren from Osseo-Fairchild, where today the Columbus Dons boys basketball team takes on the Osseo-Fairchild Thunder in the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference here this afternoon. And we do want to mention our pregame show brought to you by the Baltus Bread and Butter Shop. Now when you gas up at the Tigers or Dons Pride Pumps on North Central Avenue next to Walgreens in Marshfield, 2 cents a gallon is donated to that school system. Todd, we are, I think, in store for a pretty good game here today, looking at this matchup on paper anyway so far.
Yeah, usually these crossover games between the West and the East are pretty competitive, as the one we're witnessing right now with Neillsville and Altoona. It's been a close game throughout the whole game, and now Neillsville starting to pull away, making their free throws, and gonna win this ball game, it looks like, with 14 seconds to go. But Columbus, what they're going to get a good test today, because they're going to face a team that's a lot taller. All the way across the board. 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", and 6'6" are their 4 of their starters. So it's going to give Columbus a good test, because you don't see that kind of height in the Eastern Cloverbelt. At least this year you haven't. Yeah, okay. And Neillsville just won the second place crossover game by beating Altoona. And the final in that one will be 63-53. Neillsville, I believe, just the second Eastern Cloverbelt Conference team to win in these crossover matchups so far this week, right? Yep, you're exactly right. And Spencer was the other one to win their ball game on Thursday night. Otherwise, all the other Eastern Cloverbelt teams had lost to the West up to this point. All right, we'll see how the Columbus Dons do. They are in the first place game here for the, third straight year? Something like that, right? Or at least 3. At least 3 years in a row, because they were undefeated and then one loss and then undefeated this year again. So I don't remember the year before that. Yeah. All right, so the Columbus Dons in the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt here this afternoon at Osseo-Fairchild. Columbus Dons boys basketball here today on WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. We're also available on the TuneIn radio app for your mobile device as well. I see a lot of people picking up their mobile devices right now as we speak and logging on to the broadcast here at Osseo-Fairchild. I'm sure that's what they're doing, right? Well, yeah, you got to hear the pregame. You know, you want to hear the coaches talking and all that kind of stuff, which is always kind of interesting to hear what the coaches' strategies are, which you're going to hear in a little bit. That's right. We'll hear from the coach in a bit, but first, I believe coming up after the break, we are going to check in with Madison, and Terry Stake is standing by. I believe he's got a wrestling update in terms of the state individual wrestling meet that is going on at the Kohl Center in Madison. And so we've got that update for you next on WDLB.
In these days of fast-paced life.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
No matter whose name is on the door, it's the person you deal with that really matters. Okay. That one-on-one relationship is what Citizens State Bank of Loyal is built on. We are a local bank. Decisions are made locally, loans are serviced locally. And if you have a question, you know who to ask. If you are looking to make some improvements around your home, upgrade, refinance, maybe add on, talk to one of the local folks at Citizens State Bank of Loyal, Granton, Neillsville, Spencer, or Marshfield. We're just down the street.
It's a brighter birthday when it's filled with flowers from Hefco's. Hi, this is Liz reminding you to send the gift that makes any day brighter, especially birthdays. Order today to deliver a floral celebration and birthday smiles to your favorite birthday girls and boys. Make it extra special by adding balloons or a box of Abdallah's chocolates. Hefco Florals, City Hall Plaza, Marshfield. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to noon. Hefco's, your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
The Cole Center floor is quiet right now. The third and the fifth place matches have taken place. And now we're reconfiguring the mats. We're getting ready for the state championship individual matches in 14 weight classes. That'll take place starting at 5 o'clock. Baltus Oil, Culvers, and Edwards Jones helping us out today. And let's take a look at the third and fifth place matches and how they finished. First of all, at 106. Dane Klinger from Marathon finished in fourth place. Max Schwabe of Stratford took third with a win over Jalen Freeman of Phillips by the score of 12-7. Also finishing third for the second straight year was Jake Drexler of Stratford. He pinned Weston Wickman of Johnson Creek. Bentley Schwanebeck Osterman finished in fourth place. Also, he's from Marshfield, and also in fourth place from Edgar, Brock Hendrick finished in fourth. A fifth place win went to Sam Mitchell of Marshfield as he defeated Brooks Empey of Stoughton. Also a fifth place match for Will Rotz, and he won that by the score of 9-1 over Boyd from Kenosha Christian Life.
Should I go to commercials after this report?
He was saving his shoulder. He started.
Yeah, you could do 1 minute after this.
Okay.
Week's state team tournament. In third place was Dylan Shane here. He defeated Justin Chadwick for third, and finishing fifth was Tyson Summer of Athens, who defeated Brock Martinson in his fifth place match. Don't forget, next week the state team championships will be heard. We'll be broadcasting the Marshfield match at 5:30 as they take on the Stoughton Vikings, and the Stratford St. Croix Falls match will take place at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and we'll carry that, and we'll carry other matches as well as they move on. And that's our story today from the Cole Center at the 75th Annual State Wrestling Championships. This is Terry Stake.
From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, eat 'em, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
The YMCA's for Youth Development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
387-1286. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Here's another Tooth Truth from Dental Clinic of Marshfield.
Do you feel anxious about dentists? Well, you're not alone. A lot of people feel anxiety about dental visits. Dental Clinic of Marshfield wants to help. Dental Clinic of Marshfield dentists will make your comfort a priority.
Dental Clinic of Marshfield. Dental care for life. Schedule an appointment today at any of their 3 offices in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neelsville. Learn more at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
Welcome back to Osseo-Fairchild as we get set for the Cloverbelt crossover here this afternoon on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and on WDLBAM.com. Marshfield, Columbus, and Osseo-Fairchild here this afternoon on WDLB. As our pregame report continues now, let's bring in Joe Konieczny, head coach of the Columbus Dons. Coach, coming off a nice close to your conference schedule the other afternoon up at Neelsville.
It was. I thought that was a pretty good test for us to end the half of the the conference season against the East. I think Niels was a pretty good opponent. To get a win up there, especially a 4 o'clock in the afternoon game, a little bit less than our routine would normally have us play. I think I was happy with that we won and that we finished our conference season undefeated. I'm very proud of the effort and something that I think our players can be proud of for a long time.
You guys are playing well right now, aren't you?
We are. I think we've won 9 or 10 straight. We have a really good opponent here today, so we'll see what happens. But I think for the last month or 6 weeks, we've been pretty focused and pretty intense, and we have a group of boys that have decided to make this a top priority and to really get the most out of what they can out of this season.
You know, we didn't. You don't know what you got till it's gone, and you didn't have Noah Taylor the other day. And here's a guy who's, I don't know, he just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't remember, watching him come up through your program, and all of a sudden there he is. And man, what a force he's been. Just talk about what his development has been, and where he's at right now.
Well, as a freshman, he was a really solid player, and now that he's physically progressed, he's real solid for us. He's a really good athlete, just a good high school athlete, can handle the ball, has a great pull-up jump shot. He's been really big for us when teams have tried to focus on Mandel and Mulliver with either a box and 1 or a triangle and 2. Against Loyal last week, he had 20. He really stepped up for us in a game where they were really trying to take away Mulliver, and just a nice athlete. We won't have him again today. He had the flu since Wednesday now. Sounds like he's getting a little bit better, but going to rest him today, and hopefully he'll be full strength next week.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, he just, all of a sudden, I just noticed, all of a sudden he's there, kind of a rising star. But who else, you talk about, like you said, Mulliver and Mandel. Beyond that, you got a lot of these kind of role guys. You sort of have, taken, I don't know how to say this without sounding, but taking a lot of different pieces and putting a team together around a couple of main guys versus, last year you knew what you had and you knew what you were going to have success with or without. This year that was a little more uncertain coming in, but you've put all these pieces together to make a pie, so to speak.
Oh, we have. You're right. We lost 2,000-point scorers and four starters from a team that made it to the state tournament. I think that's a really kind of a testament to how important off-season work is, because historically we've played a lot in the summer, a number of tournaments, summer league. This past year we played 2 nights a week, and the kids just want to play. But I think we were able to figure out a lot of the unknowns during the off-season, and I think we've had some kids step up. We knew you had Mulliver coming in. Mandel got some minutes last year, but Noah Hansen, Bryce Furlinger, Noah Taylor, you mentioned, have just stepped up big. Peyton Nystrom, Nick Hutchison, Evan Deringer. I'm off the bench with Ethan Meese, who's just a really good athlete. Those 9 guys have really taken it upon themselves to make sure that it wasn't a serious drop-off. And we're 19-2 playing in the first place game again, and I'm very, very proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, tell me about this Osseo-Fairchild team that you've got here this afternoon. They're 17-4. At one point, they won 12 straight before they got beat, I think, by this Altoona team that was in this second-place game the other night. But maybe just talk about Osseo-Fairchild and what you're up against here today.
Well, we're up against a really good team that won a really good conference. McDonald and Regis and Altoona, and you're looking at some of the teams in the Cloverbelt West. It's one of the better ones at our level out there. So, they're good when they win that. Logan Mulhern, number 21, is a really good basketball player. I think he scores 24, 25 a game. What I notice on film and from talking to other coaches is that they're just relentless rebounding. When they get a shot on the rim, they're coming after it to get another one. And rebounding today is going to be huge. They got the 6'6" kid in the middle and 2 or 3 shooters around him with Mulhern. So, a very, very good opponent for us today.
What do they do offensively?
Well, I would expect them to zone us or play some gimmick on Mandel and Mulliver. I think that we're going to have a hard time matching up with them man, so we'll probably play some zone as well. And as far as what they do offensively, it's kind of a tight flex, some motion, some ball screens and handoffs. And like I said, sometimes their best possessions are when they get a shot up and then offensive rebound after offensive rebound. So we're going to have to really be willing to play physical and hold them to one shot every time down.
It's like they use a shot to get a pass inside.
They do, and they have some kids that just relentless rebounders, so that's going to be the main focus tonight.
All right, Coach, sounds good. As always, thank you for the time, and good luck here this afternoon.
Thanks for the coverage. We appreciate it.
All right, you bet. That's Joe Konechny, head coach of the Columbus Dons. It's Columbus and Osseo-Fairchild here this afternoon. It's the first-place crossover matchup here at Osseo-Fairchild between Osseo-Fairchild Thunder and the Columbus Dons of Marshfield, the first place crossover game here in the Cloverbelt this afternoon. Glad you're with us on WDLB, and stay with us. We've got more from Osseo-Fairchild after this.
It's not too early to start. Has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
At Rice's Capital Carpet. Yes, you heard that right. Benjamin Moore products are now available at Rice's Capital Carpet.
My meter.
So now when you are looking to freshen up a room with new floor covering and window treatments, Rice's Capital Carpet can help you choose from more than 3,200 colors from Benjamin Moore.
Check.
Stop in today and pick up
check.
like no other. Now in stock at Rice's Capital Carpet.
But getting set for high school boys basketball here this afternoon on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast here this afternoon alongside Todd Schultz. I'm Mike Warren. We are getting set for Marshfield Columbus and the Osseo-Fairchild Thunder, the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference. And the Neillsville Warriors won the second place crossover game here earlier this afternoon, defeating Altoona 63-53. Now later tonight, we've got some high school girls basketball around the area. At Colby tonight, the Hornets will take on Neillsville in a Division IV regional final, and we'll broadcast that game tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield. Meanwhile, in Division III, Stratford at Gale Ettrick Trempolo has been postponed until Monday night. Stratford Tigers were supposed to play at GET at 7 p.m. tonight, but that game has now been moved from tonight until Monday night, I suppose because of, well, Todd, I suppose because they want to watch Oklahoma City Thunder take on Golden State Warriors tonight in the NBA.
Yeah, well, that could be the case. Otherwise, they could set their DVR, too, and watch it later.
Well, they could, but
apparently they want to watch it live.
Apparently they want to watch it as it happens, so I guess they want to take in that big NBA matchup tonight like you do. So
it is. It's going to be a big game.
So they're not going to play over at GET. I suppose it might have something to do with the weather that we're supposed to be getting as well.
Yeah, probably getting scared again. You know, the old weather forecasters, they like to really dramatize the weather to make it really sensational. And sometimes they're right and sometimes they're not.
And it's a tough call because when you're putting kids on the road on a big school bus, you know, it's a tough call to make. You're putting a lot of lives at stake, you know, there, and you don't want to, I don't know, what's the right call, what's the wrong? I would not want to make that call.
You always want to err on the side of caution, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got that right. So, the Osseo-Fairchild Thunder and Marshfield Columbus getting set for basketball here this afternoon on AM 1450 WDLB. Want to mention that Columbus Dons basketball brought to you in part by Rail Transport. Visit rail.jobs to join the winning Rail team and experience the power of red. I don't know if they're doing a second national anthem here or not before the game. It doesn't appear as though they are. We'll give you the starting lineups. Columbus As the coach mentioned, no Noah Taylor again today, out sick. So you'll have Ethan Meese in the Dons lineup tonight, or this afternoon, along with Bryce Furlinger, Nick Mulliver, Noah Hansen, and Jared Mandel. For Osseo-Fairchild, you've got, well, like you said, Todd, they've got size.
They really do.
And including one sophomore, 3 juniors, and a senior for the Thunder. Ryan Myers is a 6'2 sophomore. Caden Betcher is a 5'11 junior. Ethan Dahl is a 6'3 senior. Corey Myers is a 6'6 junior. That's something we don't see a lot of in the Eastern Cloverbelt Conference, that's for sure.
No, and he's a big boy too. He's not a slim, thin stick like you see a lot of times in these conference when they sprout up quick. He's a big guy. He looks like a football player.
All right, and then really the guy you've got to be concerned about, though, is Logan Mulhern, a 6'2 junior, right?
Yeah, I was watching him warm up. He not only can go inside and post up, he can also shoot the 3. He's their top 3-point shooter as well. So, yeah, he's an all-around ball player.
So the real deal, would you say?
I have never seen him play, but I just seen the highlight, just seen him basically warm up. But, yeah, he looks like the guy he's averaging 24 a game, so he's got something going on.
All right, so that's what the Columbus Dons boys basketball team is up against here this afternoon. Columbus Dons boys basketball, the first place crossover game here in the the East versus the West here today on WDLB. Osseo-Fairchild Thunder in their white uniforms. They're here at home with orange numerals and lettering. And they used to be the Chieftains, right?
I figured it was something to do with Native American or Indian, because that's why they switched to the Thunder.
So they got rid of the Chieftains, I believe they were a number of years ago. And now the Thunder is what the school vote was. And so the Columbus Dons in their navy blue uniforms with white lettering. And so it's going to be Noah Hansen and Corey Myers in center circle to jump this one off. And we're set for Dons basketball here today on AM 1450 WDLB. Noah Hansen tips it to Ethan Meese. And the Dons control the opening tip to our left. And they have the ball as play gets started. Jared Mandel drives right to the rim, gets blocked by Cody Myers, the 6'6 junior. Dons pull down the loose ball. They get it to Mandel in the near corner. He fires a 3. That's no good. The rebound grabbed by Caden Betcher. And the Thunder have it to our right. And now a bad pass that's picked up by Meese. The Dons grab the loose ball. Meese, inside pass intended for Furlinger, picked off by Dahl. The Chieftains, nope, they're not the Chieftains. I knew I was going to do that. The Thunder have the ball to our right. And they set up in the half court for the, first time really here this afternoon. And we heard Coach K talk about what they like to do, a lot of handoffs. And there's a bad pass. The 6'2 kid trying to throw it to the 5'11 kid. The trajectory was way off, right over his head and into the backcourt. And the Dons will get it on the second Osseo-Fairchild turnover of the afternoon already.
Looks like a lot of nerves here starting out. Both teams, Dons with a turnover and already Osseo with 2 turnovers in the first minute.
So the Dons have it to our left now. Ethan Meese with a drive to the rim from the left side. Kind of a finger roll type shot, no good. Furlinger grabs the rebound. Missed a shot, got another one. Has it on the left baseline now. Furlinger out to Meese on the left wing to our left. Back on top for Mandel. Now Mulliver at the foul line. He'll stop and kick to Mandel on the right side. Jared knocks down a 3. Jared Mandel with a big 3. And the Dons grab a 3-0 lead in the first 90 seconds of the game.
Dons in their 2-3 defense right now.
And now the Thunder back to our right. And a bad pass by Dahl. It goes off the side of the backboard. And the Dons grab the loose ball. Mandel spots up for another 3. No good. Long rebound right back to Jared. Then driving toward the rim. He had the ball knocked away and out of bounds by Osseo-Fairchild.
poor fundamentals there by Osseo-Fairchild. After Mandel's shot, no block out. Mandel was able to get his own rebound.
Looks like Alex Wattenpool, a 5'11 junior, into the ballgame now for the Thunder. Mandel, right baseline, guarded by Wattenpool now, just came in off the bench. Back on top from Mulliver. Now Meese open for three on the left wing, and Ethan Meese knocks it down. And the Dons open up a 6-0 lead here in the first 2 minutes of the ballgame. Now the Dons in a, 2-3?
They're in their 2-3 trap, yep. Half-court trap.
Thunder have it to our right now. Wattenpool on the left wing. Tried an inside pass to Dahl in the high post. It got away from him, and the Dons grab the loose ball. Another Thunder turnover. Meese with a little runner on the left baseline. Lobs it up, and too hard over the rim. And the Thunder have the rebound, and then they make a bad pass in transition. Dahl trying to get it ahead for Myers, and Ryan couldn't find that pass, and it went out of bounds. Another Thunder turnover. Boy, they've got 4 or 5 here in the early going.
They got 5 turnovers, and I don't know what they're doing out there. They're just like their heads aren't in this game, or they're just so nervous. I don't know. They're just firing passes like all over the place. And the Dons' defense hasn't been that aggressive. It's a little bit softer 2-3 right now. They're not going full out with their trap like they can half court. It's just Osseo-Fairchild just making turnovers on their own, really unforced turnovers for the most part.
5 turnovers by the Thunder so far in the early going, and the Dons have a 6-0 lead on a pair of threes by Meese and Mandel.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what, maybe the timeout will be able to calm them down just a little bit, so I think that's a great timeout by the coach of Osseo-Fairchild.
All right, that is that's Tim Popple, by the way. The Dons have it to our left. Deeringer on top of the key. Near wing, Mulliver spots up for a three. Oh, baby, they are hitting them from all over. Mulliver knocks it down. It's Mulliver, Meese, and Mandel, the 3M company, going to work early on from downtown. And they've got a 9-point Dons lead. Now the Thunder, another bad pass, a steal by Columbus. May have been a reach-in foul, I believe, on the Dons right there, right?
Yeah, it was on Furlinger over the top trying to make a steal on a pass inside to the high post area.
All right, so a foul called on Columbus. Furlinger picks up the call. Non-shooting foul, so Osseo-Fairchild going to inbound on the baseline. And they throw it right under the basket for a wide open Corey Myers, and the 6'6 junior lays it in for 2. Dons quickly back to our left. Meese in the near corner. On top for Mandel. Now Mandel to Furlinger on the right elbow. And away from the ball, we've got an offensive foul on Columbus on a screen, right?
Yeah, an illegal screen. The refs are really cracked down on this year. If you move at all on a screen on offense, you're going to get a call.
And that's going to be on Nick Mulliver, number 1 on Nick's second team foul on the Dons. Thunder, they have it to our right. Myers in the near corner. Inside now. Back to Myers, up top now for Dahl. Ethan had his pass knocked away and stolen. Another Osseo-Fairchild turnover. Up ahead for Meese. He slams into an Osseo-Fairchild defender who was trying to draw a charge. No call. Meese missed the shot, and the Thunder have the rebound. 4 minutes gone by. 9-2. Dons by 7. Now the Thunder lost the ball again. Betcher coughs it up. Dons ahead for Meese on the other end. Ethan with the left hand. A little kiss off the window and in for Meese. He's got 5, and the Dons lead by 9.
Osseo-Fairchild looks like they've never faced a 2-3 trap the way they're playing right now.
They have really struggled taking care of the ball here early on. And now a reach from behind by Mandel as they tried to get it into Mulhern. He's their 6'2 junior, kind of their go-to guy. He's kind of the straw that stirs the Osseo-Fairchild drink, so to speak, right?
Yeah, and he hasn't even got a shot yet.
Yeah.
Because they've turned it over 7 times already, so they haven't gotten any shots at the basket.
7 turnovers, 2 points, and they're down by 9. They've got the ball on the baseline. A quick inbound throw and a shot by Jacob Lawrence, a 6'3 senior off the bench. And there was a whistle on that play. Was it a foul on Lawrence? Yeah. What did he do? Trying to get open, maybe.
He was going over the top trying to get an offensive rebound. He went over the back.
All right. So the Dons have it to our left. up by 9, 11-2. Mandel on the right elbow, guarded by Lawrence, who's in off the bench for the first time. Mandel drives in, kicks it to Hansen on the right block. Hansen double dribbled with the ball. He's going up against that 6'6" Corey Myers, and Hansen maybe saw a little more body there than he's used to seeing, right?
That might not be a great matchup tonight. Hansen, when he's got a height advantage, does pretty well, but tonight might not be the place to go.
No, steal by Meese on top. Ethan up ahead, Furlinger, ball fake on Mulhern. Got him to leave his feet, and lay in by Furlinger. Good. Bryce with his first bucket of the game, and it's 13-2. The Dons have opened up an 11-point lead with 12:45 remaining, and now another turnover by Caden Betcher, and the Thunder cannot hang on to the ball. That's number what, 8 or 9?
Number 9.
Wow.
I have never seen a start like this in a long time, probably since like 6th grade, when you watch some kids that, you know, just really get excited during a game. But wow.
You got some of my old tapes out. And now Mulliver inside for Hansen, and Noah gets into the act. He's got his first 2 of the game. 13-point Dons lead at 15-2. Thunder, a 3 from on top, and knocking it down is Ryan Myers, the 6'2 sophomore. A big shot there, just their second basket of the ball game. And it's 15-5. Don's lead is 10. Oh, check that! Make it 13! Nicky Mulliver knocking it down from the right wing. He's got 2 from downtown. The Dons up by 13 with 12 to play in half number 1. Now a left baseline jumper on the other end. No good by Lawrence, but tipped in by...
I don't know who that was. There was about 3 or 4. It might have been even tipped in by a Columbus guy. But
no, I don't know.
I
think it was Myers who tipped it in after the miss. Now Hansen down low on the other end. There's a tough shot by Noah Hansen from the right block, and the Dons get 2 more. They're up 20-7 here. Thunder back to our right. An open 3 from the near corner. This is by Alex Wattenpool, a 5'11 junior. No good. Rebound grab by Marshfield Columbus. Mandel on the breakout to our left. Kicks it to Mulliver on top for 3. No good. Rebound grabbed by Mulhern. He's off to the races down the center of the floor. Down the lane, attacks the rim. Fouled on the floor, going down the paint. And he will have free throws. Nope, it was on the floor. They will inbound on the baseline. As Evan Deeringer and Peyton Nystrom come off the Dons bench now. And they will come in for Meese and Hansen.
Osseo just making some very unwise choices. I mean, Myers gets a rebound in the paint, and he tries to dribble through 2 guys, and he's 6'6", and he's trying to dribble in the lane. You know, obviously lost it the last possession when he could have just went up and shot it.
Thunder inbound to Mulhern on the top of the key. Front court to our right. Now Ryan Myers, near wing for Wattenpool, trying to get it inside. Mulhern in the lane, dumps it down low for the big Corey Myers. He puts a ball fake on 2 defenders, gets him to jump, and then easy lay-in for 2. Now Mulliver on the other end, a little floater down the lane. He drove into the lane and then pulled back and lobbed one up, and it goes in for Nick Mulliver, and it's got Osseo-Fairchild taking a timeout with 10.5 left in half number 1. Dons lead at 22-9, and stay with us. More Dons basketball in just a moment.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The YMCA's for Youth Development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
Some ranked teams. So, again, college basketball is so close this year. There's just no real super dominant teams.
So March Madness should be really maddening.
Oh, it should be. It's going to be difficult to fill out your pools, even more than normal.
Okay.
Even more than normal.
It's going to be bracket busting all month long. Here we come out of the timeout. Thunder have the ball to our right. An open three from the near wing, and that's knocked in by Caden Betcher, and a big shot for the Thunder. They make it a 10-point game coming out of a timeout. Dons have it back to our left now. Nick Mulliver on the left elbow to our left. Now Mandel drives the lane, dumps it down low for Furlinger. Had it blocked from behind by Wattenpool, and the Thunder grab the rebound, and then Betcher has it knocked away by Mandel. Mulliver gets it up ahead for Jared, who goes to the rim from the left side and puts it in and gets the and one, and the whistle and the call. Mandel will be at the line.
Again, Osseo-Fairchild there with a poor decision bringing the ball up. The dribbler tried to dribble through a double team, and Columbus pokes it away. Obviously converts on the other end with Mandel getting a layup and getting a chance for a three-point play. Just great defense by Columbus.
And the free throw is good by Mandel, and he's got 6. The foul was on Caden Betcher, and the Dons have opened up a 13-point lead, 25-12, just under 10 to play in half number 1. Open three from the near corner for Betcher, no good. Rebound, Noah Hansen. And Hansen has the board. Outlet pass to Mulliver. Up the center of the floor, back to our left. Right side, Evan Dieringer. Back to Mully on top. Now Mandel fakes a three, tries to drive in, and I believe is fouled by Ryan Myers, trying to get by the 6'2 sophomore. So Myers picks up his first foul. Team third. It will be a non-shooting foul. Mandel on the near wing to our left, throws it in for Peyton Nystrom, who hands off to Evan Dieringer. Dieringer shoots over Mulhern, and a little flip shot up over Mulhern from the right side, no good. And Mulhern now races down the floor, kicks it on top for Ryan Myers, open three. Did they give him 3 or 2? That was a 2 by Ryan Myers. 25-14, Dons by 11, 9 to play in half number 1. Evan Dieringer, right baseline drive, tries to get it to Hansen in the high post, kicked by a Thunder defender, and Evan Dieringer will come out for Nick Hutchison now. Solid minutes there for Evan Dieringer. So now Mulliver on the baseline will throw it in to Hutch in the far corner. Nick dribbles out of there, comes near side back to Mully as he rotates back in and around. Mulliver has it on top between the circles, just under 9 to play, 25-14, Dons by 11 here at Osseo. Mulliver in the high post area, hands to Mandel. Jared, right side, Peyton Nystrom. Nystrom back to Mandel. Open look at a three. Bury that thing and knock it down, J-Man. Jared for 3 more. He's got 9 in the ball game. 28-14, a 14-point Dons lead with 8.5 to go. Thunder now back to our right. Left baseline for Lawrence. Mulhern on top now. He'll step back and take a long three, no good. Rebound, grab by Mandel. A miss by Mulhern. Outlet to Mulliver. Up the floor to our left. Nick back to Mandel. Drives in the lane. Scoop shot, finger roll, almost got it to drop in, no good. Hansen with an offensive rebound. Tough putback attempt, won't go, but Noah draws all kinds of contact, and another Osseo-Fairchild foul.
Hansen with a good follow-up there, grabbed the rebound and was nice and patient, gave a little shot fake, and got just hammered. So good job of drawing the foul.
Really great job by Hansen at the line. The first one is good. I'll tell you what, Noah Hansen is handling contact a lot better than he used to.
Yeah, and his confidence level is through the roof compared to how he played last year, where he just wasn't as confident. He's way more confident. That move he made against the 6'6" guy in the post earlier in this game, that was beautiful. You know, he wasn't intimidated by a kid that was taller than him and bigger.
You're right. Hansen missed the second shot, and he got 1 of 2 there, but the Dons grab a 15-point lead. Mulhern misses a lay-in on the other end. Dons on the breakout. Meese hard to the glass, no good, but he's fouled. Man, are they going after it. And Meese spills onto the floor after Mulhern took a spill and grabbed his ankle after missing the layup on the other end. And so Meese will be at the line now. And the first one here is no good. I'll tell you, Meese, he's been playing physical. He was playing hard the other afternoon up at Neilsville and was throwing his body around. And the second one here, no good. He missed them both. That foul, by the way, was on Wattenpool, number 1 on Wattenpool. Now a shot in the lane by Mulhern on the other end, and no good, but he's tagged on the arm and fouled on the shot. He'll be at the line for the Thunder.
So far, Mulhern's been very unselfish early in this game. The first 10 minutes, he really didn't even shoot very much. And now I think he's maybe going to say, well, I think I better assert myself a little bit here. We're getting down pretty far, and that's what he just did. He finally took it in himself and drew the foul. He's the leading scorer on the team, and the team looks for him to score 24-25 a game, so he's going to have to be a little less unselfish.
Well, and he just got his first point of the game from the line after the foul by Noah Hansen. Second foul shot by Mulhern is good. He got them both. He's got 2 points, his first points of the game, and we're 10 minutes in.
Yeah, I said he was very passive, plus they've turned the ball over a ton.
Yeah, you're right. Now a steal, though, by Ryan Myers. Up ahead for Wattenpool. Down low, back to Myers. No, pass stolen by the Dons as they get back defensively and get another steal. And that's another turnover, isn't it?
It is.
Hate to ask how many.
It's 12.
Oh, boy, 12. Hutch had it in the far corner, poked away out of bounds by Mulhern there. And the Dons will inbound.
That's a turnover, more than one turnover every minute of the game.
Wow. So, yeah, you're right. Mandel on the far wing throws it in for Hutch, gets it right back, fires a three, around and out. Mulhern with the rebound up the center of the floor, back to our right. Mulhern crosses up. Hutch lost the ball. Mandel goes for it. And also Betcher diving after it. And what do they call here? Is there a foul?
There is.
On Osseo-Fairchild.
Yeah, most likely Mulhern. Nope.
No, they got Betcher, number 2 on Caden Betcher, diving for that loose ball. Dons have it back to our left. 7 minutes to play. Dons leading 29-16. Hutchison to the right baseline for Hansen. Back to Hutch on the right elbow. Nick to Nick there. Mulliver gets it from Hutch on the right wing. Back to Hutch, open for three. Nope. Mulhern grabs the rebound, races down the center of the floor, and off. Oh, handoff down low for Myers. Ryan was waiting for it, wide open. Drives in, kicks it to Myers from the right side, and fast break bucket there to make an 11-point game. And now pressure at the timeline, and the Dons turn it over on an over and back right at the center line.
Osseo-Fairchild's giving Columbus a little bit of their own medicine right now. They're picking up full court and trying to cause some turnovers.
So now the Thunder have it back to our right. 6.5 remaining. 29-18. Dons by 11. Left wing now for Wattenpool, guarded by Deeringer. Or Furlinger, I'm sorry, that's Furlinger in there. Another three by Ryan Myers, no good. Mandel with the rebound. Here comes Nick Mulliver up the near sideline back to our left. Mulliver spins and shoots in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Mulhern beats Furlinger to the rebound. And then there's a foul as Mulhern takes off for the other end. And that's going to be Mandel, number 1 on Jared.
Columbus fortunate that they called the foul there because Mulhern was just about to pass it up front for an easy layup.
So Ethan Meese back into the lineup, and Bryce Furlinger will come out. Thunder have it to our right now. Wattenpool on the left elbow, guarded by Meese. Back on top for Ryan Myers. Near side for Caden Betcher. High post now for Dahl. Pass now stolen by the Dons. Another turnover. And now a pass by Mulliver slapped out of bounds by Wattenpool. So the Dons will inbound on the far sideline to our left. Hutchison will inbound the ball. And not before, no, I thought we had a timeout. Hutchison going to throw it into the backcourt for Mulliver. 5.5 remaining in half number 1. High post for Hansen. Now Hutch on the right side. Back over to Mandel on the left wing. Mandel back to Hutch on top of the key. Now a pass by Hutch is picked off by Ryan Myers, and he'll race down and lay it in, and he got hit from behind by Mulliver. They're going to give him the and one. Not much there, but Mulliver going to get called for the foul from behind.
As they would say, that was a nickel dimer.
And they're going to give it to Hutchison, actually.
It's just amazing to me that Osseo-Fairchild's only down by 9 points right now with 14 turnovers in the first half.
And the and one here for Ryan Myers at the line for the Thunder now, and that one no good. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by Wattenpool of Osseo-Fairchild. A three by Betcher is good. Caden Betcher, his second from downtown. The Dons need a timeout. Their big lead is gone. It's a 6-point game with 5:13 remaining here at the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference. And 29-23, Todd, the Dons cannot be happy. What's going on?
No, they cannot be happy with forcing 14 turnovers and only being up by 6 points right now. The Dons have 5 turnovers, but Osseo-Fairchild playing basically it's either a matchup zone, 2-3 zone, or it's a switching man-to-man. I would probably classify it as a matchup zone. They're doing a very poor job of matching up with the Dons. The Dons can get any shot they want. They just got to show a little bit of patience. They're rushing it just a bit right now because if they move the ball just a little bit, they got wide open looks all over the place. So they don't have to take the first shot if it's not exactly the one they want. Maybe they want to get Mulliver a shot. So let's work it around, let Mulliver get a couple looks because when Mulliver's been open, he's been making it.
So the Dons have the ball to our left now after the timeout. 29-23, Dons up by 6. Peyton Nystrom checks in. He's got it to Meese on the left baseline. Meese trapped on the left baseline and a little aggressive there by, I believe, Betcher reaching in to go for that ball. And that's number 3 on Caden Betcher, and he'll come out of the ball game.
Meese got bailed out there, fortunately, by the refs because he was in the dead corner and he was trapped by 2 of the Osseo-Fairchild players and he wasn't getting out. It was either going to be a turnover or a 5-second call, but they got a little aggressive, like you said, and must have reached in and hit him.
So Meese misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Mulhern grabs the rebound. That was the 7th team foul on Osseo-Fairchild. Mulhern, top of the key to our right, 29-23. Columbus by 6 with under 5 minutes to go until halftime here at Osseo-Fairchild. Mulhern, left side of the lane, on top for Dahl. Back to Mulhern in the lane. Tough shot, no good, but contact by Nystrom, and Mulhern draws the foul.
In the last about 6 minutes or so, the Dons have been playing man-to-man. They went away from the 2-3 zone, and I think it's not been great because Osseo-Fairchild is feeling much more confident and much better playing against the man-to-man defense.
Yeah, and they gave that foul to Nick Mulliver, number 2 on Nick. And Logan Mulhern at the line now, and the first one no good. He has 2 points, both from the line. And he's averaging what?
25.
Wow, he's not going to get there today.
Actually 24, sorry. 24, 23.7, yep.
Second one here by Mulhern, and that one is good. He gets 1 of 2 there. He's got 3 points, but it's a 5-point game with 4.5 to go in half number 1, 29-24. Dons have the lead and the ball to our left. Mulliver fouled on top as Wattenpool went for the steal at the top of the key when the ball came out on top.
I think the other thing that Osseo-Fairchild's done is they've gotten more aggressive. They were sitting in a pretty passive, as I said, matchup zone. Now they're trapping out of it.
Oh, and he missed the front end of a 1-and-1 rebound. Tipped back to Mulliver, though, and the Dons keep the ball to our left. It's 29-24. Dons by 5. Mulliver on top. Trying to drive in. It's not there. Nystrom gets it on the left elbow. Peyton Nystrom. Back to Mulliver on the left wing, trying to get it inside for Hansen. Instead, Mulliver is going to step back and drop a 3 in from downtown, his 3rd triple of the ball game, and the Dons lead 32-24 with 4 to play. Big shot there by Nick.
It really was, and Osseo-Fairchild's got to stay tight on him. They backed off of him, and Mulliver's got range.
Now Mulhern trying to drive in. And he weaves his way through traffic to get to the front of the rim. And Mulhern with his first field goal of the afternoon. Now Mulliver up ahead for Noah Hansen in the paint on the other end. And Hansen was knocked over on the pass and fouled, and he will be at the line. That was flagrant 2, right?
Well, Ethan Dahl, he didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
He ran Hansen over. He was in position to make the steal, but he couldn't avoid Hansen.
He missed the front end of one. They're missing all these 1-and-1s.
They are. They're missing a lot of opportunities.
And Dahl picked up the foul, right?
Yep.
Now missed by Ryan Meyer on the other end. Rebound by Columbus. Mulliver races back to our left now to set up in the half court. And Mulliver. Oh, a deep 3 by Mulliver. Just a little short, but Nystrom flies in there for the big offensive rebound. Meese now right baseline drive. Tough shot up. No good. Furlinger with an offensive rebound. He tries to hand it off to Meese. Oh, it was knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Mulhern. It will be out of bounds to Marshfield Columbus as Mandel checks back in for Nystrom. Mulliver on the baseline will throw it in. On top for Furlinger now on the right wing. Inside for Hansen. Kicks it to Meese. Far corner 3. Short. Mulhern with the rebound. Off to the races. Mulhern steps around Mandel on the other end and lays it in for 2. And now the Dons quickly back to our left. Mandel wide open. Oh, fakes a 3. Kicks it to Meese in the far corner for 2. Short. Furlinger with another big rebound. Meese again will drive the lane. Kicks it to Mulliver on the near wing. Mulliver has it with 2.5 remaining in the half. Dons lead 32-28. Meese left baseline. No, drives, kicks to Furlinger. Now gets it to Mandel in the right corner to our left. Now Mulliver steps over and takes another deep 3. No good again. Mulhern, big rebound, up ahead for a wide open. Oh, Wattenpool, but he took a step to avoid a defender who was coming flying down the floor, and he traveled with the ball. Wattenpool had it wide open on the other end. He gave a head fake, then took a step and walked with the ball. The Dons have it back to our left. That is another Thunder turnover. Now Mandel for 3. Oh, Jared Mandel buries it. His third from downtown. And the Dons now lead by 7, 35-28. Under 2 to go in half number 1.
Dons back to their 2-3 zone, and it's been a little bit more effective than their man-to-man, that's for sure.
Thunder have the ball to our right now. And a 3 from the top of the key, no good by Andrew Christofferson. Long rebound out to Mulliver. Off to the races in transition. On the fast break, Mulliver lays it in for 2 on the other end, and the Dons have now opened up a 9-point lead. 37-28. Another 3 from the left wing on the other end for Wattenpool, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Osseo-Fairchild. A 3 from the near side, no good by Dahl. Offensive rebound and a putback by Mulhern. That shot did not go in, but he was fouled on the play.
The tide of this game has pretty much been the way the Dons have played defense.
Yep.
They played out in that 2-3 zone in the beginning and got out to the big lead. Switched to man. Osseo-Fairchild made their run against Columbus's man-to-man defense because they just felt more comfortable playing against it. Now Columbus has gone back to the 2-3 zone again, and now Columbus has gone out to the lead again. So, again, it's pretty much been a reflection of what defense Columbus has been playing.
So the first free throw was good. The second one is good by Logan Mulhern. The foul was on Bryce Furlinger, his second. 37-30. Dons have the lead and the ball to our left with a minute to play before the halftime break. Meese, left corner 3. Oh, baby! Oh, you gotta love Ethan Meese putting a little touch on the ball and knocking that thing through. That was a big shot to give the Dons a 10-point lead with 49 seconds to go in the half. Now a 3 from the left side on the other end for Wattenpool, no good. Long rebound out to the top by Ryan Myers. Back to Wattenpool on the left side. All the way across back to Myers on the near wing, guarded by Mulliver. Back over to Wattenpool. Oh, anticipating the pass is Furlinger. He almost had the steal, but he lost it going out of bounds on the right side.
Osseo-Fairchild's throwing these wild cross-court passes against Columbus's 2-3 zone, and eventually one will be picked off like it just almost was by Furlinger.
Yeah, you got that right. He almost had that one. Furlinger will come out now as Evan Deeringer comes in for the final 30 seconds of the half. Dons by 10, 40-30. And now a substitution here by Osseo-Fairchild. Colin Sumner, a 5'9 senior, off the bench. Throws it into Mulhern. Hands it off to Ryan Myers. Back on top for Logan Mulhern. Sumner on the left wing. Back on top, Mulhern now. He'll try to drive and kick to Sumner in the far corner. And a bad pass by Mulhern. And out of bounds, right back to the Dons. And Mulhern's looking at his coach as if to say, almost like he was saying, why'd you put Sumner in?
That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
I thought it was a bad pass, dude. Just fire the pass to where your kid is standing, and maybe he'll catch the ball. But he looked at the coach like, Coach, why is number 3 in the ball game? But the Dons now have a buzzer beater here. Oh, they didn't get it off. Mandel had a look at a 3 from the top of the key, but time ran out. The Dons were trying to get a good look. Good defense there by Osseo-Fairchild to prevent the shot at the buzzer. But it's a 10-point game here at the halftime break in this Cloverbelt crossover here this afternoon at Osseo-Fairchild. 40-30. The Dons have a 10-point lead. And Columbus Dons boys basketball today here on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. And we're also available on the TuneIn radio app for that mobile device as well. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast, and alongside Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. And boy, big first half for Columbus, and the Dons really being, they're the beneficiaries of a ton of Osseo-Fairchild turnovers here in half number 1.
Yeah, Osseo-Fairchild has no answer for the Dons 2-3 trapping half-court zone. They have not handled it well at all. And so far, Osseo-Fairchild has 16 turnovers.
Wow.
The Dons just have 5. So they've done a pretty good job of keeping track of the ball as far as the Dons go. But again, like I said earlier, when the Dons switched to man-to-man, that really changed the progression of the game and the flow, and Osseo felt much more comfortable. That's when they made their big run to actually get the game back to pretty much even at that point again.
Yeah, you're right about that. Dons basketball on WDLB today, brought to you in part by the Felker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield, manufacturers of stainless steel products, and they support all youth sports and activities because they know that participation in high school sports builds character and teamwork. And the Felker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield supports the youth of Central Wisconsin. Halftime here at Osseo-Fairchild High School. Cloverbelt crossover, first place game between the East and the West. The Dons of the East leading Osseo-Fairchild from the West, 40-30 at our halftime break. And stay with us for more Dons basketball in just a moment.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
On AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield, Columbus leading Osseo-Fairchild in the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference here this afternoon. 40-30 our halftime score. Well, we'll get to the halftime stats in this one here in just a few moments, but first we want to check in with Terry Stake. He's been covering the WIAA individual state wrestling tournament at the Kohl Center in Madison. And so let's send things down to Terry in Madison to get to the latest on high school wrestling for Central Wisconsin.
Good afternoon. I'm Gene Delisio with a halftime sports update on AM 1450 WDLB.
All right, I guess it's not
the Columbus Dons boys basketball game at Osseo-Fairchild momentarily.
Thanks,
but first of all, let's update you on some sports happenings around Central Wisconsin today. Action now complete at the WIAA Individual State Wrestling Tournament, 3rd and 5th place matches. 3rd place finishers today.
Sorry, I wasn't sure who was the announcer there.
120. Jake Drexler of Stratford at 145. Dylan Shanehair of Stratford at 220. Finishing in 4th place, Dane Klinger of Marathon at 106.
Let us know what's
Brock
going on.
Hendrick of Edgar at 170. Aiden Hoffman of Stratford at 195. And in Division 1, Bentley Schwannebeck Osterman of Marshfield
1 minute after
at
this.
170. Marshfield Sam Mitchell takes 5th place in Division 1 at 182. Also in 5th place in Division 3, Will Rates of Edgar at 182. Tyson Summer of Athens at 285. This evening we have 8 area student athletes competing in WIAA individual wrestling finals. 3 from Stratford, AJ Shanefoos at 126 and Jeremy Shanehair at 138, both seeking their 4th consecutive state titles, and Trevor Denny of Stratford looking for a state championship at 170. Also in Division 3, Marshall Westfall of Athens at 182, Colton Heil of Edgar at 195. In the Division 2 finals this evening, at 182, Stephen Buchanan of Neilsville Greenwood Loyal, and at 220, Hunter Lipke of Spencer Columbus. At 285, Logan Zernitz of Spencer Columbus. We'll have updates on those wrestlers throughout the evening right here on AM 1450 WDLB, a service of Quality Roofing of Marshfield, Ben's Chiropractic of Marshfield, and Chili Implement. WIAA girls basketball action this evening on WDLB. The Marshfield Tigers play New London in a Division II regional final. Game time 7 p.m. That broadcast begins at 6:45 this evening right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB-WOSQ.com. Also in Division 2 this evening, Merrill plays at Hortonville. Division 3, the Stratford Tigers will not play. Their scheduled game at Gale Ettrick Trempealeau has been postponed due to weather concerns and rescheduled for Monday night. In Division 4, Pacelli at Marathon this evening, Neilsville at Colby. Coverage of that game begins at 6:45 on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and on WDLB, WOSQ.com. Division 5 this afternoon. Assumption is at Newman. McDonald at Rib Lake. Both games begin at 4 p.m. Division 1 girls basketball tonight. Appleton East at D.C. Everest. Wausau West at Stevens Point. Earlier today, the Marquette men's basketball team lost to DePaul 70-62. Andrew Rousey scored 16 for Marquette. We'll return to Osseo and more Columbus Dons basketball with Mike Warren and Todd Schultz in just a moment.
No need to heat the whole house when you feel a chill. Get comfort and efficiency with a Cozy Heat gas fireplace from Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield.
All right, 1 minute.
The Cozy Heat Carlton, the perfect selection for your home to reduce energy and heating costs. The Carlton 46 lets you control the flame appearance, heat output, fan speed, and accent lighting, all with a fully functional remote. The Cozy Heat Carlton, the perfect selection in a gas fireplace for your home. See it at Sternweiss & Sons, 400 East Arnold, Marshfield. Rail Transport
At least
has
I had
grown
my,
every year since 1962. A leader in environmental initiatives, human resource practices, one of the safest providers of truckload services in the United States. At Rail, people are the power of red. We focus on delivering customer satisfaction, providing flawless transportation service, and maintaining excellent safety standards. If you'd like to be the power of red, call Rail Transport 715-591-3795. An equal opportunity affirmative action Action employer.
Right, back here at Osseo-Fairchild on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield. Alongside Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. Osseo-Fairchild and Marshfield Columbus, and the first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference here this afternoon. And Marshfield Columbus with a 10-point lead here at the break, 40-30. Our halftime stats brought to you by Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. Well, maybe a sound investment for Osseo-Fairchild would be perhaps some lessons on how not to turn the ball over. As the Dons lead it by 10 here, led by Nick Mulliver with 13 and Jared Mandel with 12.
Yeah, and most of their baskets have been three-pointers, or a lot of them have. And again, the matchup zone that Osseo's playing, if you move the ball just a little bit, move it around just a bit, you're going to get a wide-open look. And Mandel and Mulliver have got plenty of looks, and they've knocked a fair amount of those down.
3 3-pointers for Nick Mulliver and 3 for Jared Mandel as well. Not to be outdone, well, slightly, Ethan Meese has a pair of threes and a 2. He's got 8 here at the break. He's knocking them down, too.
Yeah, I give him credit because he made a couple early, and then he missed like 3 or 4 in a row, and I thought he would stop shooting, but he got another couple looks after that, and then he did knock another 3 down after he missed like 3 or 4. Sometimes he loses a little confidence and he stopped shooting, but he nailed another one from 3 after that.
And 5 for Noah Hansen. Noah, a couple of tough baskets underneath, too, so far today.
He's really been battling down there. And again, rebounding has been something we had to really watch. And so far, the rebounding is fairly equal. It's 19-15, favoring Osseo just a bit. But Columbus is hanging in there pretty well on the board so far.
2 for Bryce Furlinger. Osseo-Fairchild led by Ryan Myers and Logan Mulhern, each with 9. Caden Betcher and Corey Myers each have 6, and that's it.
Yeah, they're pretty balanced right now, and look for Mulhern to try to turn it on here a little bit in the second half.
All right, we'll see what happens here in half number 2. Osseo-Fairchild and Marshfield Columbus. First place crossover game in the Cloverbelt Conference here this afternoon at Osseo-Fairchild High School. Dons basketball for you today here on WDLB. The Thunder will get the ball to start the second half as they have the ball front court to our left. Ryan Myers on the right wing to our left, hands to Logan Mulhern. Alex Wattenpool gets the second half start. Not Caden Betcher, who's got 3 fouls, and then a steal by Columbus. And a layup on the other end for Ethan Meese. Another turnover by Osseo-Fairchild. All we have to do is say the word turnover, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, because Columbus started out in a 1-3-1 there, and they usually do that for a possession or two. Now they're back to their 2-3 zone that they had played for majority of the first half.
All right, now Wattenpool, a pass down low for a wide-open Corey Myers, and then he bobbled the ball and lost it out of bounds, and yet another turnover.
Yeah, just like they started out the first half is how they're starting out the second half as far as Osseo-Fairchild is concerned.
2 turnovers in 30 seconds, and the Dons have added a point, or a basket, I should say. And now the Dons back to our right. Meese in the far corner, strokes another 3, no good though. Mandel with an offensive rebound on the right block, and the putback by Mandel is good. He's got 14. Dons start the half on a 4-0 run as the Columbus Dons take a 44-30 lead. Now an open 3 from the right side from Myers, and there is a whistle before the shot, and there may have been, see who they get, is that Mandel? Something.
Yep. Yeah, Mandel got the foul there, battling down low with the big fella.
With Corey Myers, the 6'6 junior, and so number 2 on Mandel away from the ball. Osseo-Fairchild inbounds the ball. They have it to our left. Ryan Myers double dribbles the ball. Make it turnover number
19.
This is like a telethon. It keeps going up every second or so.
Well, they haven't got a shot yet in the second half.
Man, oh man, the thermometer, if we had one of those fundraising thermometers, it would never stop.
They would have already reached their goal. Whatever that goal was, they would have reached it.
Todd with the line of the afternoon. There you go. They're at their goal. Dons have it to our right. Furlinger in the near corner. On top for Nick Mulliver. Now Jared Mandel, a three from the left side. A deep three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Caden Betcher, who checks in. He started the half on the bench with 3 fouls. Now they get him out there. Inside for the big guy, Myers. Head fake on Hansen, and then Corey Myers with a tough shot from the left block puts it in for 2. Columbus back to our right now. 2 minutes gone by. Columbus by 14, leading Osseo-Fairchild 44-32. Nick Mulliver, a fadeaway jumper at the foul line. No good. Race for the ball. And Furlinger, Mandel, and Ethan Dahl fight for the loose ball. Jump ball possession, Columbus.
Good hustle by Bryce Furlinger there to keep that ball alive and able to get Columbus another possession.
He is, now here's Ethan Meese with a drive to the rim from the left side. He does that shot so well where he kind of cradles the ball and then kind of finger rolls it up at the end of the shot, and he almost got that one to go in.
You do not want to let him go left because he's left-handed. Yep. When he goes left, he's pretty tough to stop.
He is great, and Bryce Furlinger, I mean, he is the here's Mulhern, a deep three on the other end. Oh, and Logan Mulhern from way downtown dialing up a three. Now Mandel on the other end, tough drive to the basket, lost the ball, gets it back. Mulliver drives and kicks to Meese in the far corner to our right. Back to Mandel on the right elbow. Near corner Furlinger now. He dribbles out of there, goes back up top for Mandel. He'll fire a deep three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Mulhern. Off to the races, up the far sideline, back to our left, and he'll kick it to the far corner for Wattenpool. Back to Betcher. He'll stroke a three from the right side, and Caden Betcher, his third from downtown, and just like that, it's a 6-point game.
That's what three-pointers can do. It brings you back pretty quickly when you can actually make them.
Columbus back to our right, leading 44-38. Mulliver, a deep three. He knocks it down. He says, anything you can do, buddy, I can do better, because that's number 4 for me. I've got 16 on the afternoon, and now it's a 9-point Columbus lead.
Yeah, I think if Columbus moves the ball around against that matchup zone, they could get Mully a shot pretty much whenever they wanted to, because, again, they're just daring him to shoot these threes. Columbus is playing horse out there.
Yeah, you got that right, and the Dons have it to our right now, leading 47-38. Noah Hansen in the high post, puts the ball on the floor, tough move to the hole, and gets the call. A lot of contact. Hansen knocked down. He'll go to the foul line once again for the third time today.
I absolutely love that. Noah Hansen caught the ball at the high post, faced up his defender, and decided, you're not going to stop me. I'm going all the way to the rim. Went strong, and the defender had nothing but all he could do to just follow him. That's all he could do, because otherwise he was going to finish it.
Yeah, number 1 on Logan Mulhern as Noah Hansen knocks down both free throws and makes him pay for it too. And Hansen has 7. 49-38, Dons open up an 11-point lead 4 minutes in to the second half. Osseo-Fairchild with the ball to our left now. Wattenpool in the far corner to our left. Out top for Logan Mulhern. Now Betcher on the near wing. Back to Mulhern on the right side. Now Betcher gets it back, a deep three, and no good. Short. Rebound. Grabbed by Wattenpool. He fell out of bounds going for the ball. Out of bounds to Marshfield Columbus. So it will be Columbus ball now as Jacob Lawrence, a 6'3 senior, back out there for Osseo-Fairchild. Dons have the ball to our right. Well, they're going to look to trap here, aren't they?
Yeah, a little half-court trap by Osseo.
Meese in the near corner to our right. Oh, Mulhern all over Meese, and Ethan walked with the ball. Good defense there by Mulhern, getting in Ethan's shorts right there and making him walk with the ball. Thunder have it back to our left now. And 4.5 minutes gone by here in half number 2, 49-38. The Dons have an 11-point lead. Mulhern on the right wing to our left, guarded by Mandel. Inside for Lawrence. He hands it off to Dahl, kicks it out to Betcher. Near corner, Wattenpool. Left block for Dahl. Flips it up as he steps into the lane. No good for Ethan Dahl. And then I believe we have a rebounding foul on the Thunder. And that's going to be on Logan Mulhern, number 2 on Logan. Dons have the ball going full length of the floor to our right. Little pressure in the backcourt. Hansen on the near wing. They go for the trap. Hansen hands off to Furlinger on top. Mulliver, another deep 3. Get in there, baby. And it almost rolled in. Mulhern with a rebound. Races up the center of the floor back to our left. Spins down the lane. Puts up a tough shot. No good, but draws a foul on Columbus.
Coast to coast by Mulhern. He got the rebound, a tough rebound on the defensive end. Outfought one of the Columbus Dons defenders and was able to take it all the way, make a spin move in the lane against 2 Dons defenders, and was able to draw the foul.
So now Mulhern at the line. The first one is good. Is that number 4 on Mandel?
Yep, looks like number 4. He's on the bench.
And he is out of the ball game. So Mulhern at the line. The first one was good. Now the second one here, that one is good. Boy, Mulhern, 7 of 8 from the line tonight. He's got 14 points in the ball game, and it's back to a 9-point Columbus lead. 49-40. Dons have the ball to our right. Hansen down low for Furlinger. Up and no good from the left block. Tough rebound by Ethan Dahl. Outlet to Mulhern. Mulhern now kicks it to Betcher. Right wing 3. No good. Rebound Dahl. Big offensive board for Dahl. He handed off to Wattenpool in the near corner, and then Alex dropped the ball and it went out of bounds for yet another Osseo-Fairchild turnover. Their
21st
of the day. Unbelievable.
And they're still in this game.
And they're only down by 9. They have 40 points. They have half as many turnovers as they have points. Quick shot by Hansen in the high post. No good. Furlinger saved it going out of bounds. Got it to Nystrom down low. Back to Hansen in the lane. Kicks to Mulliver on the near wing. He fires to Meese. Left wing 3. And Meese. Oh! Ethan Meese. He gets it all, baby, from me because he knocks down his 3rd triple of the afternoon. Big shot, Ethan. Wattenpool on the other end. He'll stroke a 3 from the near corner. And that's Alex Wattenpool's first basket of the ball game. We've got a timeout on the floor now with 11:38 remaining in the second half. 52-43. Todd, it's a 9-point game.
Yeah, it is. Again, it's been a game of swings. Been a lot of swings in this game. Columbus was up big, and then Osseo came back. Then Columbus went up, and Osseo came back. Now Columbus went up again in the second half. So, yeah, it's been a lot of swings because there's been a lot of 3-point shots in this game, and it moves your score quickly when you make them, and same with when you miss them, and you give the other team a possession to come down and make a 3. There's been a lot of 3s, and I just got to say with Ethan Meese, if he can continue that kind of shooting, that's really going to help the Dons have another outside threat besides just having Mulliver. Because Mandel, like I say, he'll get hot and he'll get cold, but if you can have another consistent shooter out there besides Mulliver, that's really going to help this team down the stretch.
16 3-point baskets in this game so far this afternoon. The Dons have it to our right, leading 52-43. And now there's a fight for the ball as Mulliver tried to get it to Noah Hansen on the left baseline to our right. A couple of guys went for the pass and went spilling out of bounds. It will belong to Marshfield Columbus. Mulliver will inbound on the baseline. Gets it to Peyton Nystrom on the left wing. Nystrom dribbles to the top. High post for Hansen. Dribbles down the lane. Kicks to Evan Deeringer in the near corner. Evan back to Hansen on the right baseline. Mulliver steps over, fadeaway three, no good. Rebound by Hansen, and Hansen rebounding foul on Columbus. Oh man, I thought Hansen had the ball.
I thought it was going to go the other way.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Hansen had the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, that I thought that was going to be on Osseo, actually, the foul, but they called it on Hansen instead.
Wow, number 2 on Hansen. Well, I thought he had that cleanly. The Thunder have the ball to our left. Mulhern up top, Betcher. Nystrom on him. Dahl, right wing. Ethan Dahl, 6'3 senior. Mulhern now has it in the high post. Back to Dahl, right side, fakes a three, tries to drive in. Cut off by a double team. Ball knocked down. Dahl got it back in the far corner to our left. After his shot was kind of knocked down, or he was stopped. Wattenpool on the near wing to our left, guarded by Deeringer. Skips it over to Dahl. High post Mulhern. Tough shot in the lane, up and in for Logan Mulhern in traffic. 7 in the half, 16 in the game. And Columbus has it to our right. And a foul by Osseo-Fairchild as the Dons brought it, or tried to set up in the half court. Dons leading 52-45. That was a reach-in on Wattenpool, number 2 on Alex. Dons inbounding. Bryce Furlinger throws it in for Evan Deeringer, who hands off to Peyton Nystrom, who then gets it to Nick Mulliver. Back to Nystrom on the near side. Peyton looking for Hansen in the high post. It's not there. Got to get rid of it. Almost got a 5-second call. Hansen gets it in the high post. Inside pass for Furlinger and stolen by the Thunder. Wattenpool has it on the right wing to Mulhern for 3. No good. Rebound tipped around. Grabbed by Osseo-Fairchild. Mulhern gets it back, drives to the rim, and puts it in for 2 more. Now the Dons back to our right. Long pass up ahead for Hansen. Momentum was taking him out of bounds. He had to flip it back in bounds. Osseo-Fairchild got back and grabbed the loose ball. And now on the other end, Wattenpool for 3 from the right wing. No good. Lawrence with an offensive rebound. On top for Betcher. Fadeaway 3, no good. Loose ball corralled by Mulliver, and he's fouled on the rebound by Ethan Dahl.
What a crazy possession that was.
Yeah. You call the next one.
I don't think I can. I couldn't keep up. A lot of long rebounds, and that's causing a lot of offensive rebounds because your long shot causes long rebound.
You're right. Dons have it to our right. Another pass inside by Furlinger, tipped away and stolen. They cannot get the ball inside. Osseo-Fairchild really doing a better job on that interior defense right now. And with 9 minutes to go, this is a 5-point ball game. 52-47. Dons have the lead. Open shot at the free throw line by Jacob Lawrence and make it a 3-point ball game. 52-49. Lawrence knocking down his first shot of the afternoon. Mulliver a 3 on the other end. No good again. Another rebound by Mulhern. Up ahead for Wattenpool. Baseline jumper, no good. Mulhern with the rebound. Up, no good. Blocked by Hansen. And then out of bounds by Mulhern as he tried to get it back. And the Dons will have the ball. And what happened to the Columbus Dons? Their big lead is long gone here with 8.5 to go.
Well, the last 3 possessions, the Dons have turned it over and haven't gotten shot at the basket. And each time, Osseo's been able to come back down and score. Not that possession, but the 3 before that.
Well, Mandel back out there now with his 4 fouls. And maybe that was the difference, too. Mandel was on the bench. Mandel for 3 from the right side, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds off Mulhern. Mulhern and Ryan Myers both went for it, canceled each other out, knocked it away from each other, and out of bounds to Columbus.
These refs have really let the teams rebound hard and run play, so they've done a good job of not calling every little ticky-tack foul.
Nick Mulliver on the baseline throws it in for Ethan Meese on the top of the key. Front court to our right. Meese dribbles to the high post, gives it to Hansen on the right baseline. Now Meese gets it back in the near corner. Now Furlinger, open 3, got it! Oh! Bryce Furlinger getting into the act. He knocks down a 3, and the Dons open up a 6-point lead at 55-49. Osseo-Fairchild back to our left now. That was a big shot there by Bryce. They needed that one. High post for Lawrence. Front court to our left for the Thunder. Ryan Myers now on top, guarded by Meese. Myers kicks it to the near corner Betcher. Inside Mulhern, backdoor cut for Lawrence. Denied. Oh, Mulhern gets a tough offensive rebound and then blocked by Columbus. They get the rebound. They're running the floor back to our right. Meese to Furlinger to Mulliver as the Dons set up in the half court. How about that sequence?
That was a huge block by Columbus on Mulhern.
And now Meese, far corner three! Yeah, baby! Oh, boy, Ethan Meese, he has brought his A game today. Another three from Meese, and the Dons are back up by 9. And now on the other end, we've got a foul as Mulhern drives in for Osseo-Fairchild. Wow, and now the Dons starting to hit the threes, and I think the difference is just having Mandel out there.
Yeah, that physical presence really helps overall, especially defensively. Just a bigger body, and he's active, and he's a good athlete.
Timeout on the floor. 6:53 remaining in regulation. And stay with us. More Dons basketball in just a moment.
From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa Refrier, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
The YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
To become a Booster Club member today.
All right, back here at Osseo-Fairchild on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast. He's the third member of our team alongside Todd Schultz. I'm Mike Warren here at Osseo-Fairchild. Cloverbelt crossover, the first place game between Marshfield Columbus and Osseo-Fairchild. Following a timeout, the Thunder have the ball down low for Mulhern to our left. Inbounds pass goes to Mulhern after a timeout by Columbus, and Logan gets fouled on the shot on the left block. Columbus with a 58-49 lead with just under 7 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Well, now Hansen and Mandel both have 4 fouls.
And Mulhern at the line, and the first one is good. He is now 8 of 9 from the line today. Peyton Nystrom will come in for Noah Hansen, who exits with 4 fouls. So Hansen and Mandel each with 4 now. Mulhern's second foul shot. And the second one is good. He got that one to roll in. 20 for Logan Mulhern. Boy, the way he started this game, it didn't look like he was going to get to 10.
He's been much more aggressive, and his teammates have been looking for him a lot more in the second half.
A 3 by Meese, short from the left corner to our right. Ethan Dahl beat Meese to the rebound. Mulhern down the lane on the other end. Blocked by Furlinger in the lane. Nope, they blow the whistle, and now they're starting to get a little more liberal, I guess, with the whistles. And Mulliver, you're right, is getting a lot more aggressive. He's back at the free throw line. And that was number 3 on Bryce Furlinger, and Mulhern missed that one.
And this has been a very physical game, actually, for a Cloverbelt game. Normally, the whistles are blown more than they were in this game by far. So both teams have been allowed to play a little bit more. That was a little nickel-dimer there, but for the most part, the official have been letting them play.
Yeah, Mulhern, his second foul shot. He missed them both. Rebound tipped to Nick Mulliver. Boy, Mulhern really studies the rim on his free throws and takes his time as if he's kind of looking at something he's never seen before. Hansen, high post, Jared Mandel walked with the ball. Turnover Columbus. It's a 7-point game. 58-51 Dons with 6:12 remaining. Well, let's see if the Thunder can hang with the Dons here. Hansen out and Ethan Meese back in. He had to go get some tape. He had to get a tape job on his left hand. He must have gotten scratched or something.
He got taped last game as well at Neilsville, and after he got taped, he did not make a shot
Oh,
after he got
boy.
taped.
That can't be good. Osseo-Fairchild with the ball to our left. Mulhern on the left baseline. A reach in by Meese. Well, he can foul, that's for sure, with that tape on there.
Yep, that was a good call. Got him right across the arm as Mulhern was trying to make a pass.
And that's number 2 on Ethan Meese. That will put Mulhern at the line for the 7th time today. Front end of a 1-and-1 is no good. Rebound, Jared Mandel. Outlet to Nick Mulliver up the near sideline. Back to our right, cross-court pass for Peyton Nystrom, who gives it to Mandel, who hands off to Meese. Ethan kicks it to Furlinger on the near wing. Back to Meese in the near corner. Baseline drive with that taped up left hand. Tape or no tape. Meese, a nice drive to the hole from the baseline. Osseo-Fairchild back to our left. Wattenpool in the far corner. Dahl on the right baseline inside. Steps around Furlinger. Kicks to Betcher. Left wing 3. Oh, Caden Betcher is starting to heat it up now. His 4th from downtown. Now the Dons race down to the other end. Nystrom in the lane tried to get it to Bryce Furlinger. And there was a foul as Nystrom, I believe, got the ball or tried to get the ball back. Mulhern with a foul, number 3 on Logan Mulhern. Boy, the Dons are so quick in getting that ball down the floor after a made basket on the other end. Mandel for 3. Yeah, baby! Oh, Jared Mandel! He strokes his 4th of the game, and it's now Columbus by 9. Osseo-Fairchild back to our left. Myers hands it off to Dahl. Back to Ryan on the near wing. Thought about a 3. Mully got out there for defense. Wattenpool on the right elbow to our left. Wattenpool hands to Caden Dahl. Inside from Mulhern. Tough shot in the paint. No good. Rebound Furlinger. Bryce up ahead for Nystrom. They got a break going. Peyton to the rim with the left hand. Missed the layup. Rebound tip to Furlinger, and he's fouled in the lane by Osseo-Fairchild with 4:36 remaining in regulation.
Yeah, Nystrom had a nice chance there on a breakout.
Yeah.
Tried to take it left hand strong to the rim and just overlaid it, but there was Furlinger there for the
Man, he is
second chance.
He's the Dennis Rodman of this team.
He definitely is because he doesn't shoot much. He did make that one big 3, which was huge.
But boy, without his rebounds, where would they be sometimes? He has been huge getting those loose balls.
Mulliver hasn't gotten a shot for a long time here, so
yeah, you're right.
he's due to get a shot.
Yeah,
here.
like you said at Neilsville the other afternoon, it's Mulliver time.
It is.
It's time. 4:15 left in regulation. Mandel has it, top of the key. He'll drive and dish it down for Furlinger. Kicks it to Nystrom on the left side. On top for Meese. Mulliver to Mandel. In and out on the 3 from the near corner. And the rebound by Corey Myers. Outlet to Mulhern. Little floater in the lane on the other end. No good. Meese grabbed the rebound. And the Dons have the ball. Up ahead, Nystrom for Furlinger. He dropped the ball. Mandel picks it up. Shot up in the lane. No good. Osseo grabs the rebound. Back to our left we go. And now a walk by Mulhern. He walked with the ball. Mulhern getting a little lazy there with the ball in his feet and turned it over again.
They hadn't had a turnover, Osseo, for a long time,
Yeah.
actually. That was their 22nd one, but they've been on 21 for a long time. So
Wow.
That's part of the reason they've been able to come back in this game is they've stopped turning the ball over.
63-54. The Dons up by 9 with 3:44 remaining in regulation. And now there is a question about something, and I'm not sure what the officials are at the scorer's table. What are they talking about?
Not exactly sure what they're discussing over there right now.
Well, I'm not sure either. So there's a timeout, I guess. A phantom timeout? What are we looking at here?
I don't know. It's an official's timeout, and I don't know if they're fixing something on the clock or something.
But they allowed both teams to huddle up.
Yep, they are.
Okay. I guess we should too then, huh? What do you want to talk about? Time to draw the.
I don't know. Maybe your second game you're doing tonight.
Yeah, Colby
and
Neilsville. Oh yeah, Don's inbounding. They caught Osseo-Fairchild napping, coming out of the officials' timeout, and Meese caught a bomb from the other end and laid it in for 2. Osseo-Fairchild now has the ball to our left, and a travel by Ryan Myers as he got a rebound off a missed shot by Wattenpool. I don't know what Osseo was doing coming out of that timeout. The Dons inbounded the ball in the backcourt. A long pass up ahead from Meese, who was all alone. It was like he was catching a punt on a fair catch down there, and laid it in for 2. Now the Dons have it back to our right. Mully to Mandel. No good. Rebound tip to Furlinger. Who else gets the loose ball for Columbus? It's Bryce Furlinger keeping it alive for the Dons. They have it to our right. Down to 3.5 left in regulation. 65-44. They're going to hold the ball, and they're going to make Osseo foul. Mandel finally gets Corey Myers to step out on him with 3:20 left in regulation. Mandel was just standing there holding it. Myers finally came out and said, okay, I'll do what you want me to do, and he'll go right to the bench now as Caden Dahl comes in, and that was number 1 on Corey Myers, but Mandel now at the line. Boy, is that what they were trying to do there?
Yeah, there's about 3.5 minutes to go, and Columbus can pretty much hold the ball if they want to and force Osseo to foul.
Front end of a 1-and-1 is good by Jared Mandel. He'll get one more. So now 66-54. And the second foul shot is no good. Rebound tip to Wattenpool up the far sideline, back to our left. They get it to Mulhern, who kicks to Betcher in the near corner for 3, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Caden Dahl. To Wattenpool now on the right elbow. Steps up, shoots a 2, no good. Rebound grabbed by Mulhern, flies in there, grabs the loose ball, puts up a shot, no good. Mandel with a tough rebound. Outlet pass to Meese, stolen by Mulhern, drives to the basket, misses the layup, and loose ball grabbed by Columbus. They're on a break. Meese up ahead for Mulliver. Layup with that right hand is good, and the Dons extend their lead to 14, 68-54 with 2.5 to go.
Mulhern's really gone cold in the second half here. He's missed probably his last 6 or 8 shots.
He's out of gas.
Yeah, I don't know if he's tired or what, but he's trying. I mean, he's getting in there. He just can't finish anything right now.
Yep, and after that miss, he stood there and grabbed his toes as if he had to stretch it out. And now a 3 by Ryan Myers, no good. Tough rebound by Wattenpool. Betcher gets a 3 off from the right wing, no good. Rebound grab by Furlinger. Long pass up ahead for Mulliver, who hands to Mandel, who finishes with a layup. Oh, the fast break looks so good when those guys get on the run. And they get another one on the break. 70-54. Dons are putting this one away. Mulhern now, tough shot on the left baseline. In traffic, he is fouled on the play. But Mulhern, he's not a real polished player. He's athletic, but not a lot of finesse to his game.
Well, I think that, like you said, he might be getting a little tired because he's been missing some easier shots. He's been getting into the lane consistently, and he hasn't been able to make them. And now he's starting to miss free throws, too.
He's missed 4 in a row.
Yep. I think that's sometimes a telltale sign when your legs go.
Yep.
All of a sudden, things just aren't going right with your shot.
His legs are gone, and so is his shot, and so is this game for Osseo-Fairchild. Second one here by Mulhern. That one does go in. 70-55. Dons by 15. And Meese on the breakout. On the layup. Unbelievable. Osseo-Fairchild just does not pay attention. The Dons are one of the best teams at getting the ball down the floor so quickly after a made basket. And that was another example as Meese caught an outlet pass and just took off and laid it in for 2 on the other end. Now, did he catch the the inbounds pass?
No, it was a second pass from. It was outletted to Nystrom, and then Nystrom found Mies.
I mean, it's like they know it's coming.
And then Mies decided, what the heck? It looks open. I'm going to go for it. You know, he was going to pull it out. And he's like, no, I'm going to go for it. And had a nice reverse layup there to finish. Beautiful play by Mies to be aggressive. And, hey, let's put 2 more up there.
Yeah, and this just in. Mulhern back at the free throw line. And this front end of this 1-and-1 is good. He'll get 1 more. But the Dons have put this game away as now Coach Popple has gone to his bench now and has brought in some of the reserves.
I really think that Columbus is in much better shape than Osseo. Osseo looks very tired out there.
Yeah, you got that
and
right.
I think that's part of the reason why the Dons are beating them back.
Yeah.
At least here late in the game with that quick outlet and with Osseo not getting back, and Osseo's trying to press too on top of it, but.
Mulhern at the line for his second shot here. The foul, by the way, was on Peyton Nystrom, number 1 on Peyton. The second one here by Mulhern is good. Now they'll bring Mulhern out as the Thunder, well, they wave the white flag. They go deep into their bench, and so Columbus has done the same thing as well. So Joey Miller, Nick Hutchison, and Boyer is out there. Who else we got?
Tommy Nystrom.
Tommy Nystrom, there he is. And
Eden Jacobson.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. Those are the guys that Columbus has out there right now with the final 1:20 on the clock. Nystrom to Boyer. Jacobson has it top of the key, and he walked with the ball. He comes... He would come up to Corey Meyer's waist. He's 4 feet tall, standing on a 3.5-foot box. But he's a scrapper. I like those little guys. I like those short guards. I can relate.
That's right.
All 5'9" of me. I feel his pain. So now Osseo-Fairchild, they have the ball to our left, and a 3 from the near corner by Andrew Christofferson. 5'10" senior. And I can relate to him too. Don's on the attack to our right, runner at the rim by Boyer, no good. And then the rebound grabbed by Boyer after Sawyer Freeberg lost the ball. And the Dons now just trying to run the clock here. Jacobson on the near wing. And you know what I like? I like the fact that they're running the offense. Boyer for 3 from the left wing. No good. Offensive rebound by Miller. And down to 9, and they're going to run this up. I like the fact that they get a shot at running the offense that they practice every day just like the other guys do too, right?
Well, I'm glad they're shooting the ball because I don't want them just hold it, the whole time. I mean, they're up plenty. If you get an opportunity when you get in there as a second teamer, third teamer, whatever,
yep.
Hey, if you got an open look, take it.
You got that right. Yeah, and the Dons run the clock out, and they're going to win this first place crossover game in the Cloverbelt here this afternoon, beating Osseo-Fairchild 72-60 here this afternoon at Osseo-Fairchild High School. Columbus Dons boys basketball today on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Also available on the TuneIn radio app for your mobile device as well. Marshfield Columbus wins it by 12, 72-60 here this afternoon. Stay with us. We've got a summary of the stats in this one on our post-game report following these messages.
Team trophies. The East Conference champion, Marshfield Columbus. The West Conference champion, Osseo-Fairchild Thunder. Beginning with honorable mention in the East, please come forward. Nate Meyer Colby, Sawyer Stuken Colby, Matthew Stewart Colby, Noah Taylor, Columbus Catholic, Aaron Nagel, Gilman, Elliot Getterman, Loyal, Waylon Correa, Loyal, Logan Matson, Neilsville, Derek Hubbard, Owen Withy, Nate Haru, Spencer, Austin Bacon, Spencer. Honorable mention, West, Brett Plessick, Altoona, Garrett Rock, Cadot, Nicholas Neffisil, Cadot, Dylan Schultz, Fall Creek, Charlie Cheshire, McDonald, L.J. Smelser, Stanley Boyd, Dries Drost, Thorpe, Ethan Rice, Thorpe, Isaac Suis, Thorpe, Ryan Stunkel, Thorpe. Second team, All Conference East Division, Bryce Furlier, Columbus Catholic, Noah Hansen, Columbus Catholic, Devin Turin, Greenwood, Jordan Radu, Loyal, Brayden Trunkle, Neilsville, Brandon Bennett, Owen Withy, West Division, second team, Matt Drilling, Cadot, Joey Kinderman, Fall Creek, Corey Hoagland, McDonald, Caden Venture, Osseo-Fairchild, Carter Brown, Regis, Cade Osborne, Regis, first team, All Conference East Division, Nick Olivo, Sheridan Mandel, Columbus Catholic, Luke Bogdanovich, Loyal, Alex King, Neilsville, AJ Owen, Owen Withy, Jack Lenzler, Spencer. First team, All Conference West, Jacob Chilson, Altoona, Dallas Estival, Altoona, Hayden Altman, McDonald Central, Logan Mulder, Osseo-Fairchild, Garland Platt, Regis, Brandon Herrick, Stanley Boyd, Player of the Year for the East Division, Columbus Catholic, Nick Mulligan. Player of the Year, West Division, Osseo-Fairchild, Logan Mulder. Congratulations to all the players, coaches, and fans on a great season. Good luck as you begin WIAA tournament play, and everybody have a safe ride home. Thank you.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
BW Green Bay men outscored Detroit Mercy 107-97, and a WIAA girls hockey sectional final this afternoon. The Central Wisconsin Storm beat Wisconsin Valley Union 6-3. I'm Gene DeLisio reporting for WDLB.
I bet I know what you're not thinking about right now. Safety issues when it comes to water and electricity. Thank goodness Marshfield Utilities has done some things.
The YMCA's for youth development. The YMCA is for healthy living. The YMCA is for social responsibility. You belong at the Marshfield Clinic Health System YMCA.
For more than 50 years, V&H Automotive has been serving Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, and Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates, as well as parts and service personnel, are here to serve you 6 days a week. We're your neighborhood quick service experts. We provide all the services your car or truck needs most, including an in-depth vehicle checkup report on every visit. Visit us for friendly service and very competitive pricing. See V&H Automotive today.
Welcome to Delicious.
All right, welcome back to our broadcast from Osseo-Fairchild High School this afternoon on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and online at WDLBAM.com. Tom Uthmeyer producing our broadcast here this afternoon. Alongside Todd Schultz, I'm Mike Warren. The Columbus Dons boys basketball team with a Cloverbelt crossover win in the first place game here today, beating Osseo-Fairchild 72-60. While we were away getting the wrestling update, they did announce the first team all-conference members from the Eastern Cloverbelt Conference. That team led by Nick Mulliver and Jared Mandel of Marshfield Columbus. Also on that team, Luke Bogdanovich from Loyal, Alex King from Neelsville, A.J. Ovine from Owen Withee, and Jack Beslick from Spencer. They also announced the Player of the Year in the Eastern Cloverbelt Conference. That award goes to Nick Mulliver of the Columbus Dons, and deservedly so.
Yeah, I don't think it was on surprise that he got it. I'm sure it was almost unanimous, I would think, because we've watched a lot of games and you've watched more than me, and he's been the best player in this conference from start to finish this year.
He certainly has, and so congratulations to Nick Mulliver, Player of the Year in the Eastern Cloverbelt Conference. And excuse me, they haven't handed out Coach of the Year honors yet, but if they did, maybe Joe Konechny of Marshfield Columbus could give us some idea of who that should be.
Well, I'm pretty sure the best coaches have the best players. It's way overrated. So very happy for those 5 young men from our team that got some all-conference recognition, and even more happy with the fact that we finally won a first-place crossover game. We think we were 0-7 prior to today. So this group got it done, and I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, Joe, congratulations on that. And, yeah, come out of here with a nice win, some nice awards as well. Nick Mulliver and Jared Mandel, first-team all-conference players, too.
They were. Nick was Player of the Year, and Jared was first team. And I thought, today they kind of showed why. Knocked down some really important outside shots for us. Rebounded well, defended well. And those are the 2 guys that have probably been our most consistent players, and obviously very happy for them. And then Bryce Ferlinger and Noah Hansen on second team. Yeah. They do a lot of the little stuff for us from a rebounding defensive standpoint. I'm always kind of around the ball and do a lot of the dirty work. So for them to get recognition as 2 of the best 12 as well, I'm very happy for them. And Noah Taylor, who's been away from us here this week with the flu, also played a huge role. And I probably deserve second team, but you know how that goes. You get 5 guys, you nominate them, and you're splitting votes. And the East was a competitive conference, and a lot of kids deserving. So I'm happy that those 5 got recognition. But I think if you ask them as well, they're more happy with winning the game today than anything individual.
You got that right. And led today by Ethan Meese. You could put him on that first team maybe if he plays every game like he played today. Led your team with 22 points, including 4 3-pointers. Maybe just talk about the game Ethan Meese had here today.
Well, I think our last 3 or 4 games he's been doing that, and it's really added a level of competition to us, just the level of play. He's so long and athletic and quick to the rim, and then when he steps out and knocks down outside shots, holy cow, it's really added something for us.
Yeah, you got that right. And let's see here. 20 for Jared Mandel as well.
Yeah, I thought Jared started off shooting really well. Rebounded well late, got in some foul trouble, but really played intelligently once he got those 4 fouls, and obviously need him on the floor.
Yeah, and 18 for Nick in this one, including he had 4 threes in the ball game as well. You look at this: Mulliver, Meese, and Mandel, each with 4 3-point baskets in the ball game today. How about that?
That's good shooting. And part of that is they're playing a matchup zone, and so much focus goes to Mulliver, especially after he hits 2 or 3 early. Meese and Mandel get some looks, and they knocked him down, and kudos to them and to our entire team for getting a really nice win. I'm very, very proud of that win.
Yeah, let's bring in our coach, Todd Schultz. Todd, what do you have for Coach K after this one here today?
Well, the real key to this game was you guys forcing turnovers. I mean, they had 23 turnovers and just continued to turn the ball over, and mainly against your 2-3 zones. Maybe talk about the effectiveness of that 2-3 trap, 2-3 zone, whatever you mix it up a little bit. Sometimes it's more aggressive, sometimes it's less aggressive. Maybe talk about how that really helped you today.
I think we changed the how far we extended it. Sometimes it was the orange line, sometimes it was half court, sometimes it's top of the key. And I thought our players did a pretty good job of attacking the post on the dribble. On film, that the 6'6" kid and Mulhern, a couple other guys they got can really get the ball at the back to their basket, but when they put it on the floor, we thought we could go and get it, or at least cause some chaos. And I thought when we did attack the dribble and rotate, they threw the ball away a few times. We got some deflections, and I think our players did a pretty good job. It got us a nice lead early in the game, and then in the second half, we had a few big ones. Once they cut it down to 6 to extend the lead back to 12 or 13. So you're right, that was definitely key.
Yeah, for sure, because they looked like they hadn't played against something like that before, especially early in the game. I mean, they had, I think, 11 turnovers in 10 minutes.
Yes.
They were turning over one turnover every minute pretty much, so that was a big key. And you guys ended up having 12 turnovers, so 11 turnover difference, and that's probably a big part of obviously the 12-point deficit that they faced in the final. The second thing is, rebounding. We knew today was going to be a big, challenge for your team because they have great team size over there at Osseo-Fairchild, and you guys hung in there. You got all rebounded maybe 34-30 in the total game, but maybe talk about your guys and how they really battled.
Well, I thought they knew going in that they have 5 players that crash the glass every time a shot goes up, and it was pretty impressive how hard they went after the ball. And I thought we gave up a couple possessions where we gave up a second or third look, but for the most part, our guys were willing to stand in and sacrifice physically. And in the second half, especially the last 10 minutes, I thought we did a pretty good job of chinning the ball and ripping it out of the air and not giving it right back to them. But they are relentless going to the glass. And that's the thing we saw on film and from talking to some people that have played them. 2 or 3 coaches told me, I don't know that you've ever seen a team that goes to the offensive glass this hard. So, one coach told me they're good, but sometimes their most effective thing is they get the ball on the rim and just keep getting it. And you saw that tonight where they'd have 2 or 3 guys going after every rebound. And to only get out-rebounded 34-30, very, very impressed with Bryce and Noah, Mandel, those guys. And our guards did a better job of getting a body too because those guys are coming from up top. So we rebounded really well, and that's definitely good for us.
It is, because in the past, obviously, it's always been a concern when we play a bigger team of trying to hang in there on the rebounding end of the spectrum. And this was a good test and really showed you guys can hang in there against a pretty physical ball club, because those kids that were taller weren't little kids either.
Right,
they're bigger kids.
Yeah. Mulhern's a really nice athlete. So to keep him off the glass was difficult, and very proud of our players.
Talk about how you attacked their matchup zone. There was definitely some holes in it when you guys moved the ball, and maybe talk about how you guys did that.
Well, the thing that we always stress is don't take a contested shot early in the possession. We never want a shot to be contested, but when we're patient and we throw 7 or 8 passes and mainly just get a high post touch, I don't know who it is, but it's very rare that a team can play a zone defense and not stare at the ball and maintain vision on a responsibility. And on film, Osseo and a lot of teams, the ball goes high post, everybody turns and looks at the ball. Kids like Mulliver and Mandel, if they're willing to find an opening and spot up and move with purpose, are going to get good luck. So I thought we did that really well early. In the middle of the game, we took a lot of quick shots that were contested and kind of let them back in. But then late in the game, we moved it well again, and kids like Peyton Nystrom weren't trying to score. Take 1 or 2 dribbles and swing it and sideline to sideline. But not a lot of high school teams can play great defense for 30 to 60 seconds. So to take a shot after 5 or 6, we thought that was really, really poor judgment, and we seemed to do it better early in the game and late in the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because for a while I commented on the broadcast, you guys are playing horse out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Meese was just lining it up like he was playing horse, and Mandel, he's looking at it about for 3 or 4 seconds, lining it up. So, again, that's a product of your ball movement.
It is, and the guy's willing to make the extra pass, pass up a good shot for your teammate to get a great one, and I thought we did that today.
I definitely agree, and it shows up on the stats with all the 3-pointers that you got, and again, quality 3-point looks.
Right, most of those were wide open looks, and a couple from Oliver were deep, but even those were open, and he's capable of knocking those down. But I thought every 3 that Jared took and Meese took were standing there by themselves in rhythm. So definitely want them to take those shots.
Yeah, we got to talk about Meese. I know we already did, but when you add that third 3-point shooter to your mix, and he can make those consistently, that's really going to help you down the road.
Yeah, I agree, and there's been 3 or 4 games where teams are going to key on those other 2, and he's hit some big ones. Noah Taylor's another guy that we didn't have today. Against Loyal last Friday, he had 20 when they're trying to key on 2 guys. So to have that 3rd, 4th, and even 5th scores sometimes with Hansen, very, very key for us.
It is.
Playing your best ball of the year right now?
I think we've had a last 4 or 5 game stretch here that's been pretty solid. But we'll write it on the board. We're 20-2 this season. Next season starts Monday, and everybody's 0-0. So it's a really nerve-wracking thing, and we have to enjoy the process and give it your best and live with it. A coaching friend of mine told me that one time, and that's what we write on the board. Give it your best and live with it, and that's all we can do.
Sounds good. Well, you gave it your best. You can live with a win here in this first-place game today, right? You hadn't done that. Had Columbus done that?
No, we have not.
Ever?
We've been here, I think. Somebody said to me after the game, this is the first time the East has won both in like a decade. And I said, well, that's because for the last decade we've been losing one of the games. So we finally got a win. So I'm very, very proud of our boys.
They would have won both of them had you guys not screwed it up year in year out.
Yes, exactly. It was our fault.
All right, very good. Well, you fixed that today. You right the ship and you get a win over Osseo-Fairchild. Coach, congratulations. We will see you in the second season.
Thanks for the coverage, guys. We'll see you Tuesday.
Congratulations, Coach.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kay. Coach Kay stopping by on the post-game report after finally getting that elusive win in the first place crossover game here today. I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that they had lost like 7 in a row or whatever the number was. I didn't realize that either.
Well, it's not something they put on a T-shirt.
No, exactly. Nothing you want to remember.
Oh, man. So the Dons get the win here this afternoon. Our post-game stats, we should mention, brought to you by Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman and Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. And we gave some of the totals already. Ethan Meese with 22, Jared Mandel with 20, Nick Mulliver with 18. Outstanding games for those 3 players today. The 3M company out there, Meese, Mulliver, Mandel.
Yeah, they had to definitely step up and make threes today because that's what the defense was giving. I mean, they were allowing wide-open three-point shots, and you got to knock some of them down, and they certainly did.
And 7 for Noah Hansen, 5 for Bryce Sperlinger, and no bench points for the Dons today. All 5 starters doing the scoring.
Those other three guys off the bench didn't play much. I mean, Peyton Nystrom played a fair amount, but of course he doesn't shoot unless he gets a layup for the most part.
Yep.
The other 2 guys didn't play very much.
Yeah, Deeringer and Hutchison, but some solid minutes for those guys here in the ball game today. Well, let's see it. 30 for 30, I guess, for Osseo-Fairchild. 30 in the first half, 30 in the second half, and not enough against the Dons' 72 here today. Logan Mulhern leading the Thunder with 23 points, had 9 at the break, and we're sitting here going, he's not going to get to 10, but he goes on a big scoring spree in that second half.
Yeah, he had probably a pretty poor shooting performance, I would say. He was a volume shooter tonight. Had to take a lot of shots to get his points, and he did get to the line, a fair amount, and that helped him, get to that 23 mark. But he would probably be not real happy with his performance tonight from as far as his shooting performance.
And then 9 for Ryan Myers, 8 for Corey Myers, and then 12 for Caden Betcher, 4 3-pointers. He was really shooting it well today. And then 3 apiece for Alex Wattenpool and Andrew Christofferson, 2 for Jacob Lawrence, and that's it. Ethan Dahl, the 6'3 senior, a starter, did not score in the ball game at all.
Yeah,
I know he had some foul trouble, but
he did. But they put up a lot of threes today, and they shot a pretty low percentage from the three-point line. Even though they made some, there was a lot of threes that went up and didn't go in.
Yeah, the Dons hit 13 threes. I'm just counting them up. And for Osseo-Fairchild, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 7, 8. 8 threes for Osseo, 13 for the Dons, 21 three-pointers in the ball game here this afternoon.
Well, and you're going to get that when both teams are playing 2-3 zone. For the most part, you're going to get a lot of threes because they're trying to protect the inside. That's the idea of a zone for the most part. And again, that's what you got. You got a lot of threes today.
Wow. Post-game stats brought to you by Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. And stay with us. We'll come back and wrap things up from Osseo-Fairchild here